Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CHWA Roaring 20s. This is Luke Roberts here at ringside alongside my broadcast colleague,
Patrick Brandmeier.
By popular demand, we don't have Mike Midas here tonight. But, Patrick, I got to tell you, between you and I, it's going to be a great night of professional wrestling action here as a part of CHWA Roaring 20s.
Should be a great night of action, Luke Roberts. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Patrick, right now, as we're looking here, the big question on everybody's mind is, who is going to wind up facing CHWA champion L-Ride? We saw on social media here in the last 48 hours that his challenger is no longer available. We're going to find out here later tonight. Our opening contest is getting ready to be here tonight. And I got to tell you, Patrick, that is not going to bode well for the CHWA champion.
Yeah, there is no way to prepare when you don't know who you're facing. I mean, you got to think Elroy spent the better part of the past month preparing for his scheduled opponent, and now that's out the window.
Well, right now we're going to have a lot of great action. And another one you got to look at, too, is the idea the man who wound up winning that big matchup last month, Big Vic, has got to be looming around here as well. I mean, who knows? Maybe he might have that opportunity to make a statement here tonight as a part of CHWA Roaring 20s.
Speaking of making a statement,
I took it from him.
James Brady out here.
I'm that guy.
Well, I got to tell you right now, Patrick, as he's walking here to the ring, definitely something we're not going to be looking here. I mean, again, he basically caused the retirement of one of the founding members of Dragon's Guild, Angelo Grimsley, and again, wearing his shirt to the ring. I mean, how much more low can you get that James Brady's doing right here tonight in Edwardsville?
Well, I mean, we've seen what James Brady's done. We've heard what he said, and he's willing to rub it in the faces of everyone here in CHWA and all the fans in attendance.
Well, right now, I mean, again, James Brady has been making a huge statement here in 2025, but as we're going to see here right now, this opponent has also been making large statements in the professional wrestling community here in 2025. As we're waiting for his arrival here to the ring as a part of Roaring 20s, the one, the only Johnathon Zulu going to be joining us here momentarily. Now, Patrick, I got to ask you, I know you know a lot about Brady's opponent here. What can you tell us about Johnathon Zulu?
Johnathon Zulu, the Black Panther, he's held championships all over the Midwest, not just tag team titles with his regular partner Andrew Wilder, but also singles championships. Last month here in the King of the Hill Rumble, he was one of the Iron Men in that matchup. Lasted right around an hour.
But again, you got to look at it this way, Patrick. Even though he lasted for over an hour, he still wasn't victorious. But again, it definitely proves the heart of one Johnathon Zulu here. And right now, we're going to go ahead. The announcements have been taken care of. We're going to go ahead and turn it to our in-ring action here tonight. Referee Aaron Lawrence to our opening contest here. Now, Patrick, I got to ask you here. If you were somebody the likes of James Brady, what would you have to do in order to be able to combat somebody with the aerial experience and the know-how of one Johnathon Zulu?
You got to slow him down. I mean, he loves to take to the air. He loves to use that speed advantage. You got to ground him.
Well, Patrick, I got to ask you something here. I mean, we're used to seeing a lot of interesting attires here, but it looks like I don't know what in the world James Brady's doing here, but definitely, I mean, there could be an opportunity for a lot of different things to happen. Nice shot there by Johnathon Zulu, and another one. Nice block there, big chop by Johnathon Zulu.
You gotta wonder if Brady really took Zulu a little too lightly coming into this, riding the high of what he did to Angelo Grimsley. Nice high cross body, going for the cover, but quickly out at one.
Well, Patrick, I gotta tell you right now, that is what you talked about earlier on. It's that series of offensive maneuvers. Zulu can kick it to the next gear with literally no notice, and right now he's to James Brady.
And Zulu has taken the fight to Brady in the early going here, and looking to send a message that what happened to Angelo Grimsley isn't being looked at lightly by the rest of the locker room.
Oh, and look at that. That is a very basic maneuver, but as you can tell there, it was very effective here at forearm to Zulu. This could be a problem here. He's going to pick him up off the ropes. Nice rope-assisted back suplex there. Something we really haven't seen from James Brady. Cover. And the referee counts 2.
That was always the main thing, or two things rather, that I heard about James Brady right from the get-go of his career. He's good and he knows it.
Well, one thing too, I think he's learned over the course of his career and again traveling the country. Oh! Nice move there by Zulu. That's one of the things. Brady has become very adaptive. He's very much willing to go out there and see exactly what it's going to take to win. Oh, wow!
You can hear that throughout the building here in Edwardsville.
Patrick, I'm going to be surprised if you didn't hear that the next 3 count. He's over. Huge chop there. And right now, Zulu getting ready again. He's trying to find the best opportunity to bring the offense back to James Brady.
Absolutely. And I think the best strategy for Zulu's got to be to keep moving and keep striking. I think Brady's going to have a bit of the power advantage in this one.
And if you look right there, though, that is a sign of experience, as you talked about earlier on with Johnathon Zulu. He's got that rear chin lock, and even though he may not be the bigger of the 2 men, oh, look at this, using some MMA-style maneuvers there. Looks like he's got that leg grapevine with that rear chin lock. Great maneuver there, and he's trying to break down James Brady.
And Zulu, very careful with that maneuver. He almost got rolled onto his shoulders, but he was quick to get out of that position.
Patrick, you see right there, Zulu's trying to keep the bigger, stronger Brady at bay.
And Brady now using that power to his advantage.
Just two, Patrick, he deposited him right there in the center of the ring. Great strategy by the veteran James Brady.
Yeah, we've seen pretty much the entirety of James Brady's career, and we've seen him grow over time. One thing that hasn't changed has been that supreme level of confidence.
I don't think it's confidence, Patrick. I think it's attitude. And again, it's one of those where, as you see there, look at Brady. He's going right back to a very similar style of offense that Zulu had just a couple minutes ago. He's trying to use his weight to his advantage. He's pressing it down on the neck, on the shoulders, trying to crimp down that carotid artery. And Zulu trying to get the fans behind him.
And the fans are rallying behind the Black Panther right now. But nice backbreaker there.
Great maneuver, and again, as you saw, that took a lot out of Brady as well. A cover referee in great position for that 2 count. Brady's a little bit upset. That's one thing you got to say as the matches have been going on, Patrick, is James Brady, whenever he thinks he's got match won, he really kind of loses his focus, and that may be a downfall here. Nice arm breaker maneuver there. Looks like he's going for a shade of a cross arm breaker, but no, now it's more of a cross-face maneuver by Johnathon Zulu.
And great positioning by Zulu. He had his legs between Brady and the ropes for a moment there, but Brady able to roll him back, gets a count of 2.
And that's one thing you got to say, though, Patrick. I mean, again, James Brady has a lot of difficulty here because, again, Johnathon Zulu had control, still has control with that side headlock. And look at that, nice go behind. Beautiful Russian leg sweep. Shades of the late Brad Armstrong with that maneuver. Great move there by James Brady.
And thus far, it's been very even Steven. No one's been able to hold a sustained advantage for too long.
Well, right now, James Brady thinks he has control here. And again, it's pretty much been even going here. And look at what's there. Oh, nice shot there by James Brady, and one in kind by Johnathon Zulu.
I don't know who you give the advantage to in a striking contest. Brady's got the power, but Zulu's got the speed.
I can tell you right now, I think Zulu's got the heart here. Brady trying to figure it out, but he's been bringing a series of shots to him.
And
I don't know if I'd be doing this, though, Patrick.
You want to motivate your opponent, that can be a bad idea.
Especially somebody the likes of Johnathon Zulu. He's got him, backs him up in the corner, shoots him off.
Big clothesline in the corner. Brady staggering out of those turnbuckles.
Off the ropes. Nice leg drop. Deposits him face first to the center of the ring. Cover.
And a count of 2.
And again, that was that strength advantage there of James Brady. He had still a lot in the tank. Big kick out there by James Brady.
And Zulu trying to figure out what he's got to do to put away Brady. We've seen him use that pump kick to finish a lot of opponents.
Right now, Patrick, as we're looking at things here, Zulu is definitely wanting to let Brady know that he is not going to be any kind of a pushover here. Another big chop there, and a lot of people don't understand how much that takes out of you when you get chopped like the likes of what James Brady just did off the ropes. Nice rolling forearm there. Kind of shades of Tanaka from Japan. That roaring elbow. Zulu gets him hooked. Nice maneuver there. Cover.
And the rock bottom nearly wins it for Zulu.
And if you look at it, Brady didn't even kick out. He just kind of used momentum to get out of that move. Brady's having a lot of problems there. He's going to the neck. And again, one of the things you got to look at is, I don't know how much we can take from it, but we've heard that Brady's had issues over the course of the last few months with his neck. We don't know how much truth we can hold to that.
Yeah, Brady is maybe thought that after taking out someone of the level of Angelo Grimsley that he could just coast through the rest of the roster.
Nice step up into Guri there.
He is finding out that is not the case.
Right now, there's a lot of people in the CHWA locker room that want an opportunity to wrestle for championship gold. Brady's got him up on the shoulders. Oh, it deposits him right on top of his head, on the top of his shoulders as well. Johnathon Zulu's going to have a lot of problems here. He's hardly have any effort trying to get up here.
Brady going to the top. What's he looking for here?
Could this be the end for Johnathon Zulu? Oh!
Frog splash. That could do it.
Right in the center of the ring, too. And that is a 3 count. And Patrick, as we see right there, James Brady with the victory here. And again, when it came down to it, that Death Valley driver there set it up, and he delivered every bit of that weight onto Johnathon Zulu. And unfortunately, it's going to go down in the record books as a victory for one James Brady.
We saw it, the Death Valley driver followed by the frog splash, and Brady may not be done here. There
right
we see it
he's
going on the attack.
And we still got problems here. Zulu deciding to throw some shots here. The match is still not over. I mean, Brady is going to wind up having the victory here, but now we've got bigger problems.
Oh, here comes Alexis Valentine.
Valentine having a matchup later this evening. He's trying to pull Brady off of Zulu. This can't bode well.
And now Brady in a 2-on-1 situation.
Brady having a great degree of difficulty here. Uh-oh, Valentine's got him hooked. Oh!
Full Nelson dropped there by Valentine.
James Brady's got to head out of the ring. And right there, got to give a big shout out there. Alexis Valentine helping out Johnathon Zulu here in our opening contest. Brady had a little bit too much energy there, and it came back to haunt him.
Yeah, Brady may have won this battle, but I think the war between him and Zulu and possibly Alexis Valentine isn't quite over yet.
Oh, this war is far from over, and right now, James Brady will go down as the winner, but as you see here, Johnathon Zulu showing the fans a lot here. He's had a very good 2025 here, Patrick, in the CHWA. And I mean, we got a lot of new faces, a lot of new matchups here tonight as a part of Roaring 20s.
Absolutely. We're going to see Elride defending the heavyweight title a little bit later on. We don't know who against just yet.
Oh, well, as you look at this, Patrick, I mean, again, you're talking about Roaring 20s. The one, the only, Freddie Jack Funkhauser coming out here in the traditional reffing attire. Got to give him props. I mean, again, he is a senior official here in the CHWA. But as you can tell right now, I mean, again, you got to give him props for kind of fitting the mood here tonight as a part of CHWA's Roaring 20s.
And not a lot of respect being shown to Brady here. as they're literally dragging him to the back.
I can't believe he actually went that far. But right now, we're going to get things sent up to our broadcast colleague, Chris Rodell. I mean, again, we got a lot of great CHWA action still to come. This is another matchup I'm very much looking forward to, Patrick. I mean, again, it's Patrick. I don't know about you, but this is who I think it is. I don't know how safe I am out here. I really
don't know how safe any of us are.
Well, I mean, again, Patrick, you haven't had the opportunity to deal with this man like I have. I mean, again, he literally left me laying at an event. He's had several times where he's threatened me, and now he's threatened the entire CHWA roster by winning that Battle Royal last month.
He is the winner of the 2025 King of the Hill Rumble.
I'm on a microphone. I have nothing to do with you, sir. Nothing to do with you. I'm on a microphone. See what I told you, Patrick?
I don't know.
I don't know what I did.
What did you say?
I haven't said anything. I mean, again, this man right here was one of the key factors why I haven't been in a ring in quite a while as an official. That's why I've been behind a microphone. And tonight, though, I mean, you got to admit, this man, since winning that Battle Royal last month, he now has a guaranteed shot at the CHWA Championship. And I'm going to tell you right now, while I know his opponent has a lot of history here in the CHWA, I'm fearful for his safety here tonight because Big Vic, I mean, he is a monster. And tonight, his opponent, he's got to do something or it's going to be a very, very ugly night.
Yeah, Big Vic with a guaranteed title shot. That makes him the most dangerous man in CHWA as far as I'm concerned.
Most definitely. And again, he's not facing a man who's very inexperienced here in the CHWA. I mean, a former one-up champion in Logan Simmons.
Logan Simmons was a very impressive one-up champion. I was a big fan of his title reign.
Well,
showed a lot of technical expertise, but I don't know how much that's going to help him here.
Patrick, I'm going to tell you right now, as we stand here, we're going to go ahead and take it to the ring. Logan Simmons is going to have to hit and move because if he gets in the grasp of Big Vic, it is over and it will be over quickly.
He's got to take out the leg. He's got to take him down to the mat where, as the cliche goes, everyone's the same size.
Patrick, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think if you got that man down to his back, I don't know if Big Vic is the same size as Logan. I mean, look at this. He's a full head taller than he is. I mean, you can't question the heart of Logan Simmons, but, I mean, look at him. He goes off the ropes, throwing a full-fledged forearm at him, and Big Vic is smiling at him.
Yeah, this is the wrong strategy. He can't go toe-to-toe with Big Vic, and we just saw why. Shades of King Kong Bundy with the avalanche.
Patrick, I was having flashbacks. That's what Big Vic did to me. I mean, again, when you have somebody the size of Big Vic who's could bring that kind of a power game and just basically run over you, this is not going to bode well at all. I mean, he's just going after him. And look at it. That's 300 pounds on your throat and your upper body.
I hope Elride's keeping a close eye on this matchup.
Patrick, I'm going to tell you right now, I hope the entire CHWA roster is keeping an eye on this matchup because right now, Big Vic, I mean, look at this here. He is going out there, and he is systematically taking Logan Simmons apart. And that's one of the things that's scary, Patrick. Is not only is he a big man, but he is a very knowledgeable big man. He knows exactly what it takes. Series of shots there. One big shot by Big Vic, and he's back to square one. And Big Vic.
Absolutely. I mean, thus far, this has been extremely one-sided. And this isn't just some nobody. This is a former one-up champion, like we said.
And look at that. He's taking a break, all right, using his 300-plus pounds against Logan Simmons, making it almost impossible to breathe. and Logan Simmons is already in a huge amount of trouble here in this matchup as a part of Roaring 20s.
Did you want him out of the corner?
And Big Vic imposing his will here on Logan Simmons. And Logan Simmons
Patrick,
just not a good game plan tonight.
Patrick, I'm going to tell you right now, you heard what Big Vic said. Stay down. That might be the wisest thing for Logan Simmons right now is stay down, because it's one of those where the Big Vic said earlier on, and again, I had an opportunity to speak with him very briefly earlier on, is that the beatings will continue here. He's got him covered, and if you look at what's there, I mean, he's got a ton of problems. He can't even get up.
Oh, that was
That's it.
just a knockout shot.
And right now, Logan Simmons, I mean, again, you got to give him credit. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Stop this now. I'm not done with this. No.
Wait a minute. He's not done with this yet? He's not done with this? Patrick, I don't know what the deal is here. He's already proven a point, and Logan says, I mean, take the man's advice. Stay down. Stay down.
And another avalanche.
Logan Simmons is flattened in the middle of the ring. This is not a good place. Referee Funkhauser needs to do something here.
CHWA is had? Oh, Elroy ain't got no chance.
And right now he's talking trash while he's beating him up.
And Logan just fighting for his life right now. I don't know how much more he has right now. This is just instinct.
He's doing everything he can off the ropes. Ducks a clothesline, ducks a back elbow. Oh!
That big flying elbow. And somehow Logan kicks out of that.
Patrick, I just want to go here and I'm going to this to you. Can you even give the viewers at home what that feels like?
It's like being hit by a flying semi-truck.
And right now, Logan Simmons, he needs to go. He needs to get out of here. He needs to create some distance. Right now, Big Vic has just been taking him out systematically. Oh!
And finally, Logan able to take out the leg with a drop kick.
He took out the legs. Big cannonball there in the corner, and he's got Big Vic down. He's got the big man down.
This could be a miracle in the making if he can keep this advantage. Another cannonball.
He's doing something, Patrick. He's got a cover.
One and only a one count.
He hit it with two cannonballs, and all he did was a one? That's a one count?
Logan's got to stay on him here. He can't give him time to breathe if he wants to.
He's trying to go for it. No, this could be a great move for him if he can get him up. He's trying to get him up.
Can he?
Uh-oh, this is a problem.
Way too big for that.
It's one of those where the back should have gone out on him. Logan Simmons having a lot of problems here. Logan Simmons has got a lot of issues, and now he's going to have a lot more issues here, Patrick. He's got him hooked by the throat. This can't bode well.
Choke slam, and that should be it.
The cover, and mercifully, that is it. Big Vic. I mean, if you look at it right now, referee Funkhauser has got to get Big Vic out of the ring here. He has got to get him out of the ring.
Yeah, Big Vic, mercifully, Logan Simmons able to roll out of there.
Logan Simmons is not moving, Patrick.
And again, this is a former one-up champion that just got steamrolled by the #1 contender.
Patrick, we need to get him some help. He's not hardly moving there at ringside.
And Vic is even wants another opponent.
Right now, I mean, again, Logan Simmons, I mean, he can barely stand up right now with assistance.
And you can bake on that.
Oh, man, Elrod's got a long...
I still can't hardly breathe from the offense, man. He just ran him. I mean, he just ran through him, Patrick.
He's coming over here again, man.
I didn't do anything to you. I've been talking about you. You pinned him. You got your victory.
I haven't said anything. I don't know what he said.
Victory.
Watch what I do here.
Well,
Scared. You got your pee in your pants, aren't you?
No, I don't.
Wait for me. I got you after the show.
What? I forgot about you. I didn't do anything.
What did he do?
What did I do? What did I do? He's got everybody on the mic. Now he's going after me.
I missed a memo or two. I don't know what's happening.
No!
Our next contest is set for one.
Patrick, you may have to help me here. I mean, again, I got this crazy man after me. He left Logan Simmons laying, and now he's chasing after me.
I don't know, man. After winning that Rumble, he feels like he's unstoppable. I don't know what else to say.
And after we saw what was there, Patrick, I mean, can you blame the man?
225 pounds. There's one half of the CHWA Tag Team Champions, representing the Junkies for Fame, the Doctor of Decadence, Dr. Dallas Stevens.
Well, we're moving on with the show. We got one half of the tag team champions here, Dallas Stevens.
You know something, Patrick? This guy right here, you can't discredit him. That championship belt, I got to tell you, is going to be the first of many that are going to be around his waist here. As long as he wants to be in the CHWA, I don't see championship gold being too far away from Dr. Dallas Stevens. And I honestly am looking forward to his opponent, who's actually making his CHWA debut here this evening. And this is going to be one of those that's definitely going to be very, very interesting. A very interesting matchup for the good doctor this evening.
Absolutely. Is there any official word on where JSO is this evening?
I don't know, but right now, let's look. Right now, we're looking at what's here.
From Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 217 pounds, making his CHWA debut.
Patrick, I got to tell you right now, this is a matchup that very much intrigues me. Slammer, well known throughout the Midwest, and now he's making a CHWA debut against Dr. Dallas Stevens.
And a man who's no stranger to championship gold himself. We know he can get it done in the ring. And he's going up against someone who is primarily a tag team competitor. So
right
you
now,
got to wonder who has the edge in this one.
Right now, I got to tell you, this is about as even of a matchup as we can have here. Oh, right here, Slammer getting ready to make his way into the ring. This is going to be a great test for one half of the CHWA Tag Team Champions.
Absolutely, and anytime someone's debuting, you want to make a good first impression, and if you're the opponent of that debut, you don't want someone making a name for themselves at your expense their first night in the company.
Well, Patrick, as we look at this right now, imagine what it would be like if Slammer could defeat one half of the CHWA Tag Team Champions on his first night here. That would be a huge introduction to the CHWA.
Absolutely, that'd be a statement to make, and it would potentially put him in a position to say, hey, if I were to find a good tag team partner, maybe I could go after those tag team titles.
Patrick, right now, the tag team division here in the CHWA, there are a lot of tag teams looking for those CHWA Tag Team Championships. And that's one thing you got to say about Dr. Dallas Stevens, is he will not let the fans get to him. He is a very accomplished wrestler. He's very knowledgeable. He's also got that mean streak. And he's definitely letting the fans here in Edwardsville know exactly what's going on here tonight.
Absolutely, and Slammer certainly seems to have the fans behind him here tonight.
And that's a good strategy here to have the fans behind you, because again, as the match goes on, right now as the match goes on, that's going to be a huge benefit for Slammer.
What do CHWA when Slammer slams this guy?
Oh, well, Slammer having a very noticeable,
Slammer gonna slam?
a very noticeable gesture there towards Slammer. Collar and elbow tie up there by both men. Dallas Stevens backing him into the corner.
Well, when your name is Slammer, that is kind of the move you're going to expect out of him.
Are you saying that he could deliver a body slam?
Perhaps.
A side slam?
Possibly.
A full Nelson slam?
We'll just have to watch how the match progresses, now won't we, Luke Roberts?
A choke slam?
Well, we just saw that in the last match. I don't know if he wants to upset Big Vic.
Well, we just saw this a few seconds ago, but look at Slammer. He's wanting to go ahead and throw that punch there. A lot of people may say that the good doctor doesn't deserve that. But again, a finger to the eye there of Slammer.
And Dallas Stevens very quick to resort to those kind of tactics.
You know something though, Patrick? Even though they are some kind of underhanded tactics, again, they are legal. The referee can admonish him, but that's about really all the referee can do when going through the rules here. Look at Slammer going to a side headlock. And I got to tell you, that's one of the things you got to look at here is the idea that the side headlock, he is cranking on it. He's an accomplished power wrestler. He spends a lot of time in the gym. And as you see there, the good doctor having a lot of trouble here with Slammer here tonight in the Roaring 20s.
And Slammer insinuating that he was going to pop his head like a pimple.
That just gave me a visual, Patrick. Nice elbow there by Slammer. Cover.
And only a count of 2 in the early going.
Well, I got to tell you this right now, Patrick. If you're Slammer, you have got to stay on Dr. Dallas Stevens. You saw right there again, the finger to the eyes. You give him any chance, and he's going to go ahead and capitalize. You see right there in the corner.
And he's got that aggressive streak, like he said. He knows what he's doing in there, and he's not afraid to cut corners.
Oh! Slammer definitely going to have some problems there after that offense in the corner by one half of the CHWA Tag Team Champions.
And Dallas Stevens taking a little too much time jawing with the fans here. I don't know if you want to give Slammer that kind of an opening.
Well, I got to tell you, Patrick, he definitely has had a lot of good offense there, but look at Slammer. He's turned it around very quickly. Whips him into the corner. Nice elbow there by Slammer, and again, following it up with another whip in the corner. There goes Slammer. A reversal by Dr. Dallas Stevens.
Big miss there. Oh, and there we see it.
He's got him up.
Making him wait for it and slams him down to the mat.
Cover. But you got to admit, though, Patrick, that's only one slam in his arsenal. He could give him a press slam.
Possibly.
He could give him a gorilla press slam.
Possibly.
Or maybe even a follow-away slam.
You've been reading your wrestling almanac, haven't you?
Very much, and right now I can tell you he's got that arm barred very well. And look at that. Taking a little page out of Dr. Dallas Stevens' book there with a little bit of hair pulling there.
A little bit more of the Hollywood side of Slammer, so to speak.
Very true, very true. And look,
he is wearing the black and white.
And look at that, he's got that arm tied up, and again, that's a lot of experience there by Slammer. He's got that arm all tied up, he's got that wrist block, and again, he can't go anywhere as long as you got that foot on that wrist, that whole arm, and most of the upper body has been neutralized.
And just a stomp right to the elbow there.
Great maneuver. If you can't have that arm, you don't have that power game.
Gonna look for it again. I have to defer to you as far as matters that directly happen in the ring. That can't feel good at all.
Definitely causing problems there in the elbow.
Just taking him down and staying on that arm.
He's picked a body part and he's working on it.
And throwing a few of those signature leg drops onto that arm. Now it's just breaking down into a fist fight between these two.
I gotta tell you right now, going into a fist fight with Dr. Dallas Stevens is not a sound strategy. I mean, the man can't go whipping the corner.
And Dallas slow to come out of the corner. He may have caught him off guard with that punch there.
Counters the whip off the ropes. Oh, tries to go for the big boot, but look at what Dr. Dallas Stevens does. He scouted that move very well. Holds onto the ropes, heads outside, takes a breather. That is not a bad thing. That actually is a very sound strategy by one half of the CHWA Tag Champs.
He had the momentum, Slammer did, and Dallas Stevens was able to break that, roll to the outside, catch his wind, and make him wait for him to get back between the ropes.
And you know, that's one sound thing in this matchup is making Slammer wrestle his match. I mean, granted, he's in a singles matchup this evening, but that's one of those where he doesn't get his reputation from not knowing what has to happen inside the ring.
We just saw it. Dallas shielding the referee's vision, able to deliver a mule kick right to the groin. Twist of fate there by Dallas Stevens.
It was that old knee injury that he said many, many years ago, and that got him a victory here. And Patrick, as you see right there, Dr. Dallas Stevens winning this matchup. And again, I got to tell you, I don't think it was a mule kick. I think it was an aggravation of an old injury that he has said he's had problems with for many years.
I think Vic scared you worse than I thought.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't see.
You weren't looking, I was.
Well, no, I'm not a member of our broadcast team that was blocking my angle. You said it was a mule kick.
I'm a champion for a reason.
Yes, and everyone saw it, but you and the guy in the striped shirt.
Well, right now, I mean, I can't say I saw it, but Slammer definitely.
Slammer's not happy with how things turned out.
Slammer definitely going to make a statement here. Series of punches.
Come on.
He's slamming up.
Flip off the ropes.
Slammer sends
Big
him into
boots.
the ropes. Lands that boot to the face. We know what happens from here. The leg drop of doom.
And right now he's there, and he's going to give another cover.
And Slammer with a bit of a moral victory. But that doesn't go into the record books, with all due respect.
Most definitely, Patrick. As we see right here, Slammer enjoying his time with the fans. But as you said before, Patrick, it is going to go down as a win for Dr. Dallas Stevens. And we're going to go ahead and come back to us here live at the broadcast table. Again, Dr. Dallas Stevens made a statement. But again, I think this is not the last we're going to see of Slammer here in the CHWA. After that leg drop of doom, as you said, making a statement on one half of the CHWA Tag Champions.
And Dallas Stevens, a lot to think about after that one.
Patrick, I think Dr. Stevens is lost. He's definitely had his bell rung, and right now Dr. Dallas Stevens is trying to figure his way back to the locker room area.
The doctor needs a doctor right now.
Most definitely, Patrick. I mean, again, we still got a lot of questions still to come here tonight. We've still got some more great CHWA action to come. And Patrick, I'm going to tell you right now, we still haven't heard anything on who is going to be taking the spot against Elride here tonight for the CHWA Championship.
We certainly haven't. That won't be the only championship on the line. We've got IP Mason defending the international title a little bit later.
That is true, and like I said, we're going to have a lot more great action here. Slammer still taking his time out for the fans here, and we got more CHWA action coming here.
Right, tag team action coming up.
Well, right now, I got to tell you, Patrick, this is one of those matchups that definitely is going to have a lot of people intrigued. This is a team that has openly said that 2025 will be their year in the tag division. I know the Junkies for Fame aren't too happy about that. But when you see these two men walk to the ring,
I don't think anyone would be happy about dealing with these two.
I mean, these two men are two of the largest men in the CHWA locker room. And right now, these two right here, you can't question their ability, Patrick. I mean, again, they remind me, and again, bear with me, they remind me of a lot of a young Dan Spivey and a young Sid Vicious. These two men are both very big, they're very powerful, they're knowledgeable, and when they get a hold of you, it could be over in a hurry.
You're saying they're almost as big as skyscrapers.
Very much so, Patrick, very much so. And like I said, right now, the tag team they're going to be facing is one that a lot of people have been wanting. They've been demanding here in the CHWA as of late, and tonight we're going to have an opportunity to see them on their way to the ring. We hear the music in the background.
Very interesting pairing.
As we're going to see here, I mean, I believe this is one of the first times that these two have teamed together here in the CHWA.
Switching Rynar with Hooligan and
Madi Monarch recently in the Midwest has formed an allegiance with the Great Heathen Army. And this is the first time we are seeing them join forces here in the CHWA.
Well, right now, Patrick, there's a lot of intrigue here in this matchup here. When you've got Rynar the Hooligan and you got Madi Monarch, I mean, again, if there's any tag team that can combat the likes of Switchblaze, this is definitely a tag team that could do it. I mean, again, you've got somebody here, as we go ahead and we go to our in-ring action, this is one of those where you've got somebody who can compete with their size, and you got somebody who can actually basically outrun and out aerial offense Switchblaze here, and that's got a lot of people encouraged here. I mean, again, Madi Monarch has held countless championships here in the CHWA,
including tag team gold.
Very true, very true. And right now, I got to tell you, if I was the team, I guess we're going to call them the Great Heathen Army this evening. If I was them right now, I would make sure to keep Madi Monarch out of the ring for as long as you can.
Yeah, a lot of quick tags on that side would serve them well.
Right, again, right now, I mean, oh, what is this? Patrick, can you explain this here?
Well, Garrett Shanks insinuating that he can't see Madi because she's that much shorter than him. And now offering the test of strength, just mocking her. Madi is not afraid to fight any opponent, man or woman, regardless of size.
Well, right now, as you see here, this is definitely going to be a problem. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll make it easier on you. How about this?
And once again,
Patrick, the scary thing is Garrett Shanks is almost as tall as Madi Monarch, but look at those kicks. He's going to regret the idea of getting down to the level of Madi Monarch off the ropes.
And Madi Monarch is not someone you can underestimate, as we just saw.
And right now, Madi Monarch taking it to Garrett Shanks. And I mean, again, that's one of those situations where you cannot, in any way, shape, or form, discredit Madi Monarch. And now this is a match that's very interesting to me. We got Rynar the Hooligan and Garrett Shanks. I'm going to tell you right now, this man can do anything, Patrick.
Rynar is someone I'm used to seeing team with the other members of the Heathen Army, like Richard Wolfsbane or Dirk Holthar. This is my first time seeing him team with Madi Monarch, so I'll be interested to see how well they work together as a team.
Well, right now you see there a nice side headlock there, and Rynar having it in full control here. And I mean, again, that's one of those nice headlock takeover there. And again, look at his positioning. He's right in the center of the ring. Great maneuver there by Rynar the Hooligan.
And right now, Rynar keeping control of the match. I mean, there isn't going to be much respite on that side, but because Shanks and Blaze are very close in size, and there we see a little bit of the tag team cohesion difference that Shanks was able to get Rynar back to his corner to tag Blaze in.
And right now you see their nice snap mare and a big kick there by Sean Blaze. And that's one of those when you sit there, I mean, again, you're going literally from strength to strength here when you have Garrett Shanks as your partner. Big clothesline there, using the power game to his advantage. Cover. And we had a 2 count there, so our referee a cover again. And if you look at that, Patrick, you can't discredit what Blaze is doing. He's hooking that leg, and he's hooking that leg deep.
And right now, Blaze hooking him up for a suplex, fisherman suplex with the bridge.
With the bridge, nice leg hook there. And again, that was a great maneuver, and a lot of people wouldn't expect that from somebody the size of Sean Blaze.
Absolutely. Blaze knows what he's doing in that ring. I know some people have the stereotype that if you're a big guy in the wrestling world, then all you can do is power. But Blaze Blaze has shown that he can be versatile in there as well. I've seen him come off the top rope on occasion.
And if you look right there, great maneuver. Referee Freddie Jack Funkhauser needs to check that forearm. It's not a traditional chin lock there. It's more of a almost a crossface there. He's got him hooked. Nice maneuver there.
Not a lot of people can throw Sean Blaze around like that.
And that was a great maneuver there. And Rynar, there's a tag there to Madi Monarch.
And
nice drop kick there, bringing Sean Blaze down to size.
Oh, she got that double knee to the back. Oh, I've seen her finish people with that before, and Blaze just shrugged it off.
This is not going to bode well here for Madi Monarch. I mean, again, this is not a matchup. This is not a situation that's going to bode well for her.
And fortunately, she got thrown back into her own corner, and Rynar was able to tag back in.
Well, Patrick, I got to tell you right now, as it stands, this is not a good situation. Great double underhook suplex there. And a cover of 2, said referee Funkhauser. Now, that's one thing here that the team of the Heathen Army needs to get. They need to get on the page of that hit and run tactic here. You cannot let Rynar the Hooligan. You cannot let him go and be the one that takes the bulk of the assault here if you expect to get a victory here tonight.
And big boot there by Shanks. Now Rynar's in trouble. This is not where the Heathen Army duo wanted to be.
Nice maneuver there, off the ropes. Off the ropes. Oh!
Big kick into the side slam. Nice
Great
double
move.
team.
And look at that, taking out Madi Monarch as well.
That could do it right there. Referee's going out to check on Madi.
And again, you can't question the referee. I mean, again, he just put the hurting on Madi Monarch here. Madi definitely might have an issue with her shoulder, might have an issue with her elbow. Oh, nice.
Another side slam.
A nice side slam there.
And that's it.
And that is it. As you see here
Just
right
like
now,
that.
this match is over. And again, it was one of those situations that, simply put, the 2 big men made it a point to tower over their competition. And it's going to go down in the books yet again. Switchblaze, definitely, you've got to put them in the tag team title hunt here in the CHWA, especially with victories like that here tonight at the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, that was more decisive than I was expecting, Luke Roberts. I knew that Switchblaze probably had the advantage going in, but I didn't expect it to be as one-sided as it just was.
Well, as we're going to see right now, we got plenty more CHWA action still to come here. We've got a matchup here. We got IP Mason going to be in the ring. We've also got that question that we've been asking about before. Who is going to wind up facing L-Ride for the CHWA championship? We got plenty more CHWA action still to come here as a part of CHWA Roaring 20s right here in Edwardsville, Illinois.
What is going on, CHWA Nation? This is ring announcer Dilly here. Wanted to come to you guys with a little bit of an announcement. So something that we've been kind of working on behind the scenes and getting ready for you guys, because we have been getting people asking, where can we get things like this? CHWA shirt. CHWA, and on the back it says For Life. A lot of people always ask, they want a shirt, but they can never really get it at our shows. We just haven't had the proper run to get that all taken care of. But that all changes today. As of today, and has been for a couple of weeks to our Facebook people, we officially have a merch store. CHWA has a merch store, and you can get stickers, t-shirts, and a few other items all on it in different colors depending on what you're looking for. And if you can't find the color that you want, make sure that you comment down below in the video or what have you. Reach out to us and tell us, hey, we want, say a CHWA with the For Life in, blue. If you want a different color or shirt or something, just let us know. Figure out a way to get a hold of us. The easiest way to do that. If you go to chwashop.com, I'm going to put the link in the description down below so you guys can have an instant link. But yeah, so we have a merch shop. and it's live. Good stuff on there. You can get a shirt kind of like this, classic CHWA logo with the classic For Life on the back. But then you can also get our new logo on a wide variety of colors. The CHWA with the H being in the gradient rainbow. Go check out chwashop.com. Get you some merch. Anything that you do helps support us, and we appreciate you guys greatly. So until next time, we will see you all on the next one. This is Ring Announcer Dilly, and I am out.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back to the second half of CHWA Roaring 20s. It's Luke Roberts. Alongside me is the one, the only Patrick Brandmeier. And again, we got a lot of great action to still come up this evening here in Edwardsville as a part of Roaring 20s. We still don't know who's going to be facing Elride for the CHWA Championship.
We certainly don't, but we got a lot of great action coming up. We got the international title on the line. As you mentioned, we got the heavyweight title on the line.
But the question is, who's going to be facing Elride? Right now, we're going to be going with the International Championship matchup, going ahead and taking part here tonight at Roaring 20s. And right now, we're getting ready to hear our first introduction. I got to tell you right now, Patrick, if there's anybody who has had a great last 18 months here in the CHWA, it's got to be the man who's making his way to the ring right now, Big Daddy Dion.
Absolutely, Luke Roberts. I've said this guy has charisma for days and talent to match.
Well, right now, he's got a pretty big challenge on his plate here this evening, facing the one, the only, the Anomaly IP Mason. I mean, again, you know that Big Daddy Dion is always ready for the big match. But right now, IP Mason really has been kind of on a different level as of late since winning that international championship.
Absolutely. Ever since taking it from Angelo Grimsley at John Holt Yo, he has stopped at nothing to hang on to that championship.
And right now, Patrick, I mean, you can see there in the ring as Big Daddy Dion, he's lounging around, he's taking his time. But you got to know full well that he's dialed in for this matchup. There's no other way to put it. I mean, again, he is a former champion here in the CHWA, and it would be very nice to see him walk out of here tonight with yet more CHWA gold.
Absolutely. I mean, Dion, no stranger to championships, as you mentioned. And there we see IP Mason, the Anomaly, the current international champion.
And right now, as you see here, I mean, again, the man has been on a roll as of late. I mean, this matchup has a lot of different elements that can be brought forward. If this is a speed matchup, you got to go with Big Daddy Dion. If it's going to be more of a mat game, it definitely favors IP Mason.
That sounds like the right way to look at it. I mean, Dion, he has competed all over the Midwest, trained at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy. He has worked with a who's who of competitors around the Midwest.
All right, we're going to go ahead here momentarily. Both competitors are in the ring. We're going to send it up to Chris Rodell for the announcements.
The challenger, he's coming to you straight from the red carpet. Weighing in 145 pounds, he is the best in the Midwest, Big Daddy Dion!
IP, you like my glasses?
No, 4 eyes.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the CHWA International Champion, the Anomaly, IP Mason.
All right, thank you, Chris, for those introductions here. And right now, as you see here, this is a matchup that's been really been on my radar here, Patrick. And I mean, again, as you see here, referee Funkhauser showing that championship belt to Big Daddy Dion. This matchup is going to be one of those that we're going to be talking about for a long while. I mean, who knows? We might even be talking about it as we head into John Holt Yo.
Absolutely. This will say a lot about who's going to be potentially walking into the next John Holt Yo as the international champion. Bell's gone. We are underway.
Right now, as you see here, this matchup is two different strategies. Big Daddy Dion and I. What in the world is he doing, Patrick?
I don't know, man.
Well, right now, as you can see there, again, IP Mason making it a point. He's showing that he is just as quick as Big Daddy Dion. And again, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a matchup that really brings two different styles to the ring. Nice maneuver there again by IP Mason.
Playing a little bit of mind games here, IP Mason is.
Well, you know, this is definitely a switch in styles. Usually, IP's usually for that basically on the mat, basically the grind style match. Nice roll up there by Dion. But this is going to be a move.
Oh, what a super kick. And
Nice
a pump knee. This one could be over fast, but Mason, if he hadn't rolled to the outside, Dion might have been able to wrap this one up in a hurry.
I don't think he rolled to the outside. I think it was just momentum that carried him. Oh, off the ropes.
Incoming suicide dive. Down goes IP Mason.
And IP Mason has definitely not gotten it going yet.
And another one. Takes him all the way down to the floor here.
And that's that aerial offense that Big Daddy Dion brings, Patrick. You know full well is that he's right now dictating the pace. And again, this is very good for Dion in this early part of the matchup.
He's got to stay on him. Forward roll into the ring, into the neck breaker.
Innovative offense by the challenger. Cover.
Going for it, and an early one count in this one.
And again, you got to admit, Patrick, that's a great sound strategy from the challenger. He knew that neck breaker was effective, and he went immediately for the pinfall.
Come on, Dion, off the ropes. Let's go.
And thus far, it has been all Dion as far as the action goes. Mason trying to halt that momentum, hanging onto the ropes for dear life.
IP Mason's having a world of trouble, counters the whip. Nice back elbow there by the international champion.
And IP Mason's got to slow it down, and that's what it looks like he's doing here. Now just choking him on the ropes.
Look at this, Patrick. He's going to go for the arm. But right now, he's using that bottom rope to his advantage, and you can't discredit him. I mean, again, he's using every bit of the ring. Oh, nice maneuver there by the champion.
It's illegal, but not if he breaks before 5.
But Patrick, you got to look at it. He used that almost a camel clutch style maneuver, using the ropes for extra leverage. That was actually a very brilliant move by the CHWA International Champion.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing. I mean, a lot of people use the ring as a weapon, and there's a cannonball. Crushing him against that bottom turnbuckle.
And that's like we said at the top of this matchup, Patrick, is the idea is he's using his size to his advantage. Referee Funkhauser with a 2 count.
And just like that, IP Mason has been able to turn this around, and he's got this one well in hand right now.
And look at what he's doing. He's trying to isolate. I thought he was trying to isolate the leg. Again, keep the faster Big Daddy Dion off his feet. And look at Dion. He's still trying to bring the fight to him. Nice kick. An attempted to step up into Guri. Didn't work for the challengers. Got him picked up. Nice roll over there by the challenger off the ropes. Off the ropes again.
Oh,
nice.
Cross-body caught.
And look at that. That's that power advantage of the international champion, IP Mason. Picks him up. Oh, beautiful maneuver. Cover.
Swinging Uranagi almost got the win there.
And if you notice too, Patrick, it was right in the center of the ring. Beautiful placement by the champion.
Absolutely no way to get to the ropes to force a break there. And IP Mason with some choice words for the ringside fans.
He's trying to be a role model. I don't know role model for who, but he was trying to be a role model. And right now he's wanting Dion to get up off the ropes.
Was looking for that spear, and all he hit was the ring post.
Wrestler against ring post. It does not work, Patrick.
This could be a big opening for Big Daddy Dion to pick up more gold here in the Midwest.
Nice maneuver.
Slams the face to the mat.
He just deposited him right on his face, Patrick. As we see right here, great offense by the challenger. Again, nice pair of double knees. Oh!
And again.
He is using his body as an offensive weapon here, and that's something that you wouldn't expect out of the challenger. You would expect the high-flying offenses we're going to see right here. Nice split-legged moonsault.
But he hit the knees coming down.
Great maneuver there by the champion, scouting him out. Oh!
Mason had it scouted. Got the knees up to block that split-legged moonsault and followed up with the spear.
He folded him in half.
No. It's almost it.
Right now, Patrick, I mean, again, this is how often the back-and-forth action takes place here in the CHWA. You have IP Mason who's bringing the power game, and anytime he gets more than about 3 or 4 moves in offense, it seems like Big Daddy Dion finds a way to take the offense back. He's got him on his shoulders. Could it be another Death Valley driver? No! Nice counter there by
Rolls
Dion.
him up, victory roll. Oh, almost had him.
Beautiful counter there. Innovative counter there by the challenger.
Spin kick.
Oh!
Into the curb stomp. That could do it.
And look at what he's doing. He's going for the
1,
cover.
2. No. Almost had him.
IP Mason definitely seeing some stars here. And Dion definitely thought that could have been a 3, and he's taking the offense back to CHWA International Champion. Got him hooked.
Perhaps looking for a DDT there.
Nice counter there by the champion. He's got him up.
Oh,
Another counter there.
wait a minute. Is this Cordell Kane?
I don't know what's going on. Oh!
His Gateway Underground tag team partner, Cordell Kane.
And right now, Big Daddy Dion is on his back, and that's a 3 count.
What is Cordell Kane doing here? We haven't seen him in CHWA before, I don't think.
Right now, I mean, again, there's more questions than answers here, Patrick. Lots more questions. We go back here, Patrick, to our live here at the broadcast table. IP Mason, I heard earlier on that he said he had a new strategy, a new battle plan here for tonight, but nobody would have expected Cordell Kane here tonight.
And the Gateway Underground working together to screw Big Daddy Dion out of the international title.
Right now, I mean, again, it's going to go down in the books. IP Mason, the anomaly, still as the CHWA International Champion. You can't discredit him, Patrick. That really was some sound strategy to face somebody who had a world of momentum, that being Big Daddy Dion.
Well, he cheated. He got outside interference is what he did.
That is true, but again, Patrick, I'm not condoning it, but who walked out of the ring tonight with the CHWA International title?
Feel like I'm talking to Myers over here again.
Well, you know something, though? I mean, you can't... I mean, I don't discredit anything that Big Daddy Dion did. It was very questionable tactics, but it was a great plan by the champion. And right now, as it stands, Patrick, I mean, I know for a fact that management's going to be looking at this. I know Big Daddy Dion's going to want another opportunity, and I think it's very much justified. I really do. But as of right now, it stands. IP Mason's still the CHWA International Champion.
Well, that is how it ends up in the record books. I'm not going to dispute that.
And I got to tell you right now, as we get ready for tag team action here, this is a tag team that, I mean, I'm surprised they've never had an opportunity to visit tagging together. Alister Crow and Ramsey Rancid. This is a tag team without question that's going to make some waves here in the CHWA.
Well, when two guys make sulking their main hobby,
that is true.
They're going to find some common ground.
And right now, I mean, both of these men are downright violent individuals. And I mean, again, they're not going in there with 2 light heavyweights. They're going against 2 men who know what it takes to get it done inside the CHW ring. That being cousin Waylon Phoenix and the CHWA one-up champion, if I'm not mistaken, Iorio.
Iorio picking up the massive upset last month for that title.
And right now, as we see here, I mean, again, the tag team of Crow and Ramsey, man. I mean, Crow and Rancid, without question, are 2 very intimidating men. You want to make fun of them for sulking, but you got to admit, these 2 men are about as violent and as vicious as anybody in the CHWA locker room.
I'm not going to say too much against Alister Crow. We all know his history.
You say something bad to Alister Crow, you're going to wind up possibly going to the hospital. And right now, as we see here,
Waylon Phoenix and your CHWA one-up champion, Iorio, the Juggalo.
I got to tell you, Patrick, on paper, this matchup, this tag team, a lot of people are scratching their heads going, what in the world is going on? But I got to tell you, this team intrigues me.
I don't know what to think about this team, really. I mean, I'm never sure where Iorio's coming from on any given moment, and sometimes I'm not sure if he does. But at the end of the day, he is the one-up champion, so he's doing something right.
Well, and Patrick, I got to tell you right now, if you're having problems with people, it's a good thing to have Cousin Waylon as your tag team partner. I mean, this is a man, hands down, that you do not want to mess with.
Absolutely not. I mean, Waylon, one of the biggest members of the roster aside from Big Vic.
Well, and right now, as you see here, referee Funkhauser is going to have his hands full in this matchup. I mean, you got the CHWA one-up champion. And again, I got to tell you, Patrick, when you look at things here, you got to say one of the biggest blockbuster moments in the history of the CHWA was when Iorio won that one-up championship here in the CHWA.
Ring that bell.
I mean, he wasn't even scheduled to be a part of the match originally. He challenged the previous champion to allow him into the scheduled match. That was granted to him, and he ended up with the belt.
Again, that's one of those sometimes when opportunity knocks, you got to listen. And right now, Ramsey Rancid taking it to the one-up champion. And look at this. He's going right after referee Funkhauser, and you can't complain about it because, I mean, again, he's trying to make a statement here at the reputation of the one-up champion.
And Iorio turning things back around in his favor right now. Ramsey
In the
Rancid
corner.
sent into the corner, massive clothesline.
Right now, as we see here, Iorio in control of Ramsey Rancid. Oh!
Oh, send him into that middle turnbuckle face first.
Iorio taking control here. It's almost like he's got a newfound confidence since winning that one-up championship. And look at this, he's going right for the cover.
I mean, he had, all things, truth be told, he had a bit of a rough 2024. But
I was
2020.
surprised he survived 2024. I mean, again, if you remember cover, I believe it was in March, he was literally squashed by the Beast in his final St. Louis matchup. And I mean, again, he's had a very turbulent 2024. But right now, thus far, I mean, 2025 has been gold for him, no pun intended.
Absolutely, and thus far, that clothesline didn't do anything. Thus far, we have seen no tags in this match, interestingly enough.
That's one thing with Ramsey. Look at that nice cover there. Again, Ramsey Rancid getting on top of this matchup. I mean, you can't discredit him. I mean, the man, he is a very scary guy. I mean, I had an opportunity where they were wanting me to interview him here before we went live on the program tonight. Nice elbow there by Rancid. And I'm going to tell you, I walked near his locker room, and I'll tell you, Patrick, I couldn't walk in the locker room. That man scares me.
I mean, I don't blame you. I look at the image this guy presents, and he's obviously a very angry individual.
Yeah, what's the thing though with him carrying that
Hourglass?
yeah. Anybody that carries an hourglass with him, that's a little bit creepy too. Picks him up. Oh, big belly to back suplex there by Iorio. Cover.
Insinuating that time for his adversaries is running out, perhaps.
I don't know, Patrick, but right now Iorio is definitely in a world of trouble here. I think it'd be a wise move here for him to tag the bigger, stronger, and fresher Waylon Phoenix here, but he's going to whip him off the ropes. Nice kick there.
Right to the solar plexus, I believe.
And that's the situation. And look, oh, Iorio, you definitely need to regroup here.
First tag of the match.
And you got the former CHWA champion, Alister Crow, the man who feels everybody's a victim. And surprisingly enough, Patrick, I would almost say that Waylon is bigger than Alister Crow.
Yeah, look at this, maybe about half a head taller than Alister Crow.
But right now, this is going to be a fight. This isn't going to be a wrestling match. These two men are just going to throw down. Oh, and he goes right to the eyes.
Yeah, these guys wouldn't do well under pure rules, I think would be a safe assumption.
Very true, very true. Both men, another tackle, and this time Alister Crow wind up going to the canvas.
Not a whole lot of people can do that to Alister Crow. Waylon can.
Big headbutt there by Waylon.
Come on, Waylon, get out of there!
And two very hard-headed individuals, to say the least. And a diving headbutt there to the ribs by Waylon.
Shades of the late Harley Race there with that headbutt. Not necessarily from the top rope, but definitely using his head as a weapon. Uh-oh, he's got that waist lock. And there it is, he's got that gator roll. A lot of people don't understand how much that takes out of your opponent. When somebody has that much control of you, that's a very basic amateur wrestling style move. But in Waylon's case, he makes it extremely effective.
Well, when someone that big and that strong has got a grip around your midsection, that's some pain to start with. Then when they're rolling you around, that's even worse.
Alister Crow definitely having some problems here. Tag made to the one-up champion.
And we've been over the logistics of the one-up title. If he so chooses, he can cash that in for a shot at the heavyweight title.
You know, we don't know who the challenger is for the heavyweight championship later tonight. Maybe that's a part of the plan.
Possibly. Iorio missed with that kick, and Crow was able to get himself out of that corner.
I can tell you right now, Patrick, if there's any kind of a situation... Oh, nice rolling elbow there by Alister Crow.
And a very unfriendly tag by Alister Crow there.
Do you think either of those men are going to be friendly, Patrick?
We haven't seen a lot of tags in this match in general. I'm wondering which of these teams is more cohesive in general.
The next thing you're going to tell me is Alister Crow and Ramsey Rancid are going to high-five each other. These two men aren't in it for being friends. They're in it for getting wins. They're getting victories and making a statement.
I'm not even sure about that. I think they're in it to hurt people.
That is true, too. And look at Iorio. He's bringing the fight to Ramsey Rancid. He's on the ropes. We see a whip to the ropes. Another big clothesline there.
And Iorio, I don't know if he's going to try to go for a tag or what his plan is here.
Oh!
Drops the knee there.
I got to say that looked very familiar to some people that we've seen throughout the world of professional wrestling. And look at that move there. Great move there.
Looked like he was going to try to snap the arm, but Alister Crow is quick to intervene.
And right now, Alister Crow, again, he was very wise. He got in, he offered his damage, and he got right back out. Waylon's definitely upset. Wait, look at big statement here.
Now Ramsey going after that leg.
Sound strategy, Patrick. If you can't stand on your feet, you're not going to be able to defend yourself nearly as well. And Ramsey's going to that leg. I mean, again, great move there.
If I'm not mistaken, Iorio has knee injuries in his history.
And you got to admit, you don't like the move, but look at Rancid. He was using the full extent of the count. Going in the corner. Oh!
Hip attack in the corner by Ramsey Rancid.
Iorio looks like he's out on his feet, Patrick. Nice shot there by Ramsey Rancid.
Now just teeing off with the right hands.
Got him back to the ropes. Comes back in. Nice clothesline there.
And Rancid slams him down to the canvas.
Beautiful body slam, and look where he put him too, Patrick, right in the middle of the ring.
Absolutely, ring positioning has not been has not been a problem for anybody here tonight. We've seen people make sure to go for their pins, go for their submissions toward the middle.
Right now, as we see here, Rancid again off the ropes. Oh, ducks the clothesline, and
both men went down there.
And right now, Iorio's got to find a way to get back onto the offensive path. Ramsey looks like he's almost unconscious on the mat. Both these men have got to find a way to make a tag if they have any hopes of possibly securing a win here tonight.
And I mean, we've been seeing the marks of two teams that are relatively new to each other. We have not seen a lot of tags in this matchup.
Very true. And right now, referee Funkhauser's up to a 6 count. They got to figure out something here.
Wait a minute.
What's
Waylon doing?
This? Wait a minute. What in the world is up with Waylon?
Waylon, normally one of the more friendly of people on the roster. What's he doing abandoning Iorio here?
Right now, Iorio is in a world of trouble now because he's got both Ramsey Rancid and Alister Crow. Nice suplex. He's going to have to figure out something here, Patrick.
He's got to fight for his life is what he's got to do.
Exactly. He has got to find a way to create some distance here, but having both of these men in the ring is not going to be a good thing. Whoa.
Just thrown over the top to him. He hangs onto the apron.
Well, he's got to do something, Patrick. I mean, he's got to find a way to create something because right now, it's in theory, it's 2-on-1. Iorio and
looked like he was going for that tumbling lariat he likes to use, but Ramsey cut him right off. Eat the feet by Rancid.
And Iorio is in trouble. Rancid heading to the outside.
What is Crow doing?
This can't bode well. This cannot bode well at all for Iorio.
Huge splash to the back.
He's got to be feeling that one. And that is a 3 count. Take it away, Chris Rodell.
Winner of this contest, the team of Ramsey, Rancid, and Alister Crow.
Right now, Patrick, as we're here live back in the commentary booth, right now, as you see here, Rancid and Crow, they wound up with the victory. But the big question, Patrick, is what happened to Waylon Phoenix?
I gotta wonder. I mean, I feel like maybe he feels like he's been on the outside looking in for a while. Like he hasn't been in the title picture, and maybe he was thinking that he deserved that title that Iorio now holds.
That is a very valid point, but
when you got a belt, you're a target.
Well, right now, I think Iorio is a target of Rancid and Crow. But right now, it will go in the record books as a win for the team of Alister Crow and Ramsey Rancid. And Patrick, we've been alluding to it all night. The CHWA champion, Elride, the one-man zoo, has no clue who he's going to be facing. And I got to tell you right now, that cannot bode well for our CHWA champion to not know who he's facing.
There's no way to prepare. There's no way to game plan. And Iorio just picking himself up in the ring here. The new one-up champion quickly discovering that when you're a champion, there aren't a lot of friends.
That is true. I mean, again, right now everybody wants an opportunity to hold championship gold here in the CHWA. And again, I guess we've learned that maybe Waylon Phoenix is another one of those that wants to go after that CHWA championship, that one-up championship he's got around his waist.
I have to imagine that's the case. If you're not in it to be a champion, then what are you even doing?
Well, I can tell you right now, as you're talking about things right now, Patrick, I mean, again, if you haven't had a chance to catch CHWA Wrestling live, you need to make it a point to be here and enjoy these great nights of professional wrestling action. And right now, it's main event time. And right now, we're going to wonder we're going to wind up who is going to be facing the one-man zoo. We're going to find out exactly what's going on here. And right now, as we're waiting here for the entrance of the champion and his opponent, Patrick, I got to ask you right now. You've been here all day just like I've been.
Right.
Who do you think is the one that signs the contract to wrestle the one-man zoo here tonight?
There could be any number of people. I mean,
Patrick, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Who do you think is the one that comes through that curtain?
I mean, we saw earlier Big Vic wasn't satisfied with just one opponent. Maybe he decides to cash in tonight.
Is that who you're saying?
That's who I'm saying.
You want to know who I think it's going to be?
Who?
I think James Brady.
James Brady.
I think it's one of those where he's had a bit of an attitude problem. He wants to go ahead. I know that he had issues tonight with Johnathon Zulu, Alexis Valentine coming out here and causing him some headaches as well. But again, wouldn't that be the epitome of thumbing your nose at the CHWA Nation to come out and challenge the one-man zoo? You know, another one that's out there that I was thinking about is the idea with him leaving. So,
wait, well, we just got our answer. I'm sorry. We were both wrong.
Well, Patrick, I got to tell you right now, the man making his way to the ring is definitely one of those that I believe you have some background knowledge on this individual. We're going to kind of let our fans take in this surprise challenger for the undisputed CHWA champion. And right now, as it stands, this is somebody that definitely wasn't on my radar. I don't think he was on your radar either, Patrick.
I'd seen him a handful of times before tonight. This is definitely the biggest match opportunity he's had to date. We're looking at Dante Pharaoh, the top of the pyramid.
Well, right now, as we got here, we have the challenger in the ring. Let's go ahead and wait for the entrance music of the undisputed CHWA champion, the member of Dragons Guild, the one-man zoo, Elride. And right now, as it stands, Patrick, this man has been on a roll. But right now, we're going to have to figure out, can he overcome somebody that he had no clue that he was going to be competing against until literally he walked through the curtain moments ago.
Well, I guess we're about to find out.
Here we are. We hear the music in the background.
And there is the champion, Elride. Rocky Baxter by his side as usual.
Right now as it stands here, I mean, you can tell already that Elride is definitely, he's trying to enjoy the time as champion, but he's got to be taking in and trying to visualize, what am I going to do against someone the likes of Dante Pharaoh here tonight? This one, Patrick, I mean, again, this is my first opportunity to see Dante inside a ring, let alone in the CHWA ring. And as a matter of fact here, both these men are having to be separated by referee Funkhauser. We're going to go ahead here, and send it to our broadcast colleagues here, making sure we can get some footage. Almost takes out the referee there.
Look out.
Well, right now, as it stands here, we're going to send it up to Chris Rodell for the introduction of our challenger and our CHWA champion.
First, the challenger from the top of the pyramid, weighing in at 215 pounds, Dante Pharaoh.
Your great Pharaoh! On the pyramid, the top of the pyramid! Top of the what?
And his opponent from Red, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the undisputed CHWA champion, the one-man zoo, Elride.
I've seen Dante Pharaoh a handful of times prior to tonight. He was in last month's King of the Hill Rumble.
Right now, Patrick, I got to ask you, how did somebody the likes of the CHWA undisputed champion Elride combat somebody like Dante Pharaoh?
Well, there's a lot he doesn't know. I mean, he may not. There's not a lot of video to study.
The only one I've seen was in Vegas.
And it's like you said, he literally did not know who he was facing until just a couple of minutes ago. So all he can do is maybe, I don't know if a defensive game plan is Elride's style, but it may be the best strategy here. Feel him out, see what he's got to offer, and then figure out your game plan based on that.
Right now, collar and elbow tie up there by both champion and challenger. Pharaoh, nice hammerlock there on the champion. And again, thus far from what we've seen, Pharaoh very knowledgeable. Nice roll through there by the champion, trying to create some distance. He's got that arm, breaking down the arm. That's very much the staple of the CHWA champion. But look at Dante Pharaoh. Nice counter there, and to the side headlock. Great chain wrestling there by the challenger.
And Elride, he can beat you a lot of different ways. He can fight you, he can wrestle you, he can take to the air. I mean, I've considered him for a long time to be one of the more underrated competitors in the Midwest before he became CHWA champion at John Holt Young.
I got to tell you right now, Patrick, as we see Dante Pharaoh pushing the champion back into the corner, this one right now, from what I can tell here, Pharaoh is trying to, using the power game and trying to intimidate the one-man two. I don't think you're going to intimidate Elride.
I don't think so either. We'll agree on that much. And that just fired him up.
Well, I don't think it.
What
I don't
a
think
beat
it
to the
fired
face.
him up. I think it made him mad. And with one boot, Dante Pharaoh taking it to the CHWA champion. Oh, nice.
Running senton by Pharaoh and a count of one in the early going.
And if you notice there, Patrick, that is a sign of a veteran. He had that leg hooked deep. I almost want to say he had it hooked too deep to allow Elride to get some momentum there. Got him in the corner. Big chop there by the challenger.
Yeah, I've been impressed by what I have seen of Dante Pharaoh in the short time he has competed here in the Midwest. This is, like I said, the biggest opportunity he's had thus far. Let's see how he does.
Right now, he has been in, I almost want to say complete control of the champion. And that's one thing you got to look at here. Nice cover there by the challenger. That's one thing that Dante has to do. He has to bring the offense to this match early. He has got to go out there. He's got to try to take full advantage of the situation, that fear of the unknown. Because as the match goes on, I got to tell you right now, at least at this point, I think as the match goes on, the champion is the, big chop there in the corner. I think the champion has the advantage the longer this match goes.
I would agree with that. I mean, you got to wonder about the mental state with Elride adjusting to an opponent that he did not know coming in.
Wow, nice suplex there by the challenger. And right now, it's like Elride has not gotten out of the blocks. He had to go to the outside. That might be a great opportunity to kind of reset himself, figure out what's going on here, and maybe try to restart here.
And another question, how long did Dante Pharaoh know he had this opportunity? How long has he had to prepare?
Well, right now, like you said earlier on in the last matchup, Patrick, it's one of those things when you have a championship, you are a target. It doesn't matter who is on the roster, where people are coming from. People know full well. Nice there, and again, referee Funkhauser with a 1 count. As we see here, nice headlock takeover as well. But again, as we were saying earlier on, when you have a championship belt, you have a target on your back. People not just inside the confines of the CHWA are always going to be looking at you, always looking for that opportunity to sneak in and possibly win championship gold. And this is no pun intended, a golden opportunity for Dante Pharaoh.
And we saw just a second ago, Pharaoh was able to avoid that corkscrew kick that Elride used to beat a lot of opponents. So he's done his homework.
Look at that, Patrick. A nice shoulder tackle into a cover.
Going for a lot of covers in this match.
If you notice too, Patrick, look at what he's doing when he's got that rear chin lock on. He is using his weight to his advantage, and it almost looks like Elride has started maybe turning a little bit red there from that rear chin lock.
You got to wonder if he expended a lot of energy in the early stages of this matchup.
Well, right now, Elride, again, he's trying to find a way to get out, but again, thus far, things are not. The fans trying to get behind Elride, but thus far, Dante Pharaoh, has been in control of this matchup. And there you go. There's that unpredictability of Elride. I think he's actually biting his forearm, but look at what Dante Pharaoh did. He stomped on the toes. That's one of the things I got to say is a huge big chop. A huge weakness for Elride is the idea that nobody ever goes after his feet.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone can wrestle barefoot. I've seen so many people do it in the past. Delirious is a big example. Name drop. But anyway.
Well, right now, as you see here, look at Dante Pharaoh. Oh, nice Michinoku driver there.
That could be it. No.
And if you look at it, Patrick, he was very good with it. As soon as he hit the maneuver, he hooked that leg. He did everything he could to try to center the weight on the shoulders. And right now, Dante Pharaoh, oh, I don't know if I would have done that, Patrick.
Elride very defiant right now. Pharaoh perhaps looking for a finishing shot here. Valley driver.
Elride is in a ton of trouble here, Patrick. Cover.
There you go.
Almost had him.
Right now, I mean, it's almost like, Patrick, that everything Elride has had in the playbook, Dante Pharaoh has had a counter for. I mean, like you said, he has had a ton of knowledge, a ton of time to plan here. He's got those arms hooked. What are we going to see? Maybe a double underhook suplex?
Perhaps a pedigree, but Elride's blocked him, whatever it is. Now Elride stomps the foot, looking for a backslide here.
Nice maneuver.
And got a count of 2.
Backslide, a lot of people don't understand how effective that move truly can be. Another double axe handle there to the challenger, picks him up.
Pop-up headbutt.
Dante Pharaoh in a world of trouble.
Hip check in the corner.
Dante Pharaoh is in a world. I mean, we got to make sure that he's actually conscious here. It looked like that his hip hit him right on the point of the jaw. And
a count of 2.5. Elride got to go for pins in this match, just like the challenger was doing earlier.
Right now, again, as we said before, Patrick, as the match goes on, I really think that this bodes well for the champion. He's starting to see what this man is capable of. He's got him up on the shoulders here. Great maneuver. Great opportunity. Oh!
Big Samoan drop.
Nice move there, and look at Elride. He's trying to get him in position.
Oh, and Pharaoh knew where he was. He got to the ropes.
And again, that's a sign of somebody who knows what they're doing inside the ring, Patrick. He had him hooked.
Experience beyond his years, it seems like.
And right now, Elride looks like that he wants to make a statement. Ow!
Just a rake to the back, letting those animal instincts take over.
And look at Pharaoh though. He's trying to counter, trying to roll through.
Oh, step up knee. This could be Pharaoh's night if Elride isn't careful. Another Death Valley driver.
And deposited him right on his head. Cover.
Only 2.
I mean, again, you can't take too many of those, Patrick, before those lights go out.
Absolutely. I said it when Elride challenged his original opponent. It's hard to look at anybody as simply a tune-up because that person may take it the wrong way and decide, hey, I'm going to upset the apple cart. Oh, but there's that flying headbutt.
Cover.
He got him.
Take it away, Kurt Crodell.
And still the undisputed CHWA champion, Elride.
And Elride had to put this away at the earliest possible convenience, and he was able to do it there with that flying headbutt.
Well, as they come back to us here at the commentary table, Patrick, I'm going to tell you right now, when you look at things here, it was one of those he had to capitalize. For most of the matchup, Elride was having to play defense. And when it comes down to it, it's not an easy position to be in. He winds up getting the victory, but you got to admit, tonight was definitely a very strong and very tough challenge for the CHWA undisputed champion. Dante Pharaoh not happy with the result. I hope that we see more of Dante Pharaoh inside the CHWA ring. Great showing, but tonight, the night was the one-man zoo, simply put. The CHWA undisputed champion. And Patrick, I got to tell you, tonight was a great night of pro wrestling action, but a lot of questions to be asked, most notably of which is what is up with Waylon Phoenix. I mean, that's one of the things we got to look at.
When will Big Vic cash in his title opportunity?
Very true. And I mean, again, we got a lot of new faces here at CHWA. I got to tell you, from top to bottom, a great night of professional wrestling here. And again, if you want to see more CHWA, you want to make it a point, check them out on social media. There's a lot of great things you can catch on all of our social media outlets. Check us out on YouTube as well. Ladies and gentlemen, for my broadcast colleague Patrick Brandmeier, this is Luke Roberts. We're going to see you next month right here at the CHWA. Take care, everybody.
Good night.